ABC News 15's Al Feinberg, and this guy knows a great way to see our beautiful state. Al's World's next, so stay tuned.
Most, if not all of us agree, Arizona has some of the most beautiful and interesting spots anywhere on the face of the earth. Well, tonight in Al's World, meet a man who says most of the fun's in just getting to them.
It's a joy to behold. This is God's country. This is the place for motorcycling.
It was 6 years ago when Frank Del Monte decided he'd find a new way to make a living.
Well, my first career was in computer software. I was as a software test engineer. The better part of 30 years. And the whole time I was riding motorcycle and loving it and wanting to do something in motorcycling.
Frank's successful new line of work was along these lines.
Renting motorcycles for people to use on their vacations here in the Southwest.
Now Frank's got a third career as an author, and he's written this book. It's called Motorcycle Arizona, and in it he lists all the great motorcycling roads in the state and all the great things you can see along the way. Hey Frank, what's that?
That's a cactus, Al.
It's not the super highways, but Arizona's secondary blacktops like these that Frank's book celebrates.
Descriptions of day rides and 1-week tours and 2-week tours.
Asphalt ribbons wrapped around some of the prettiest gifts of land nature has given us.
The ride is the objective, and the destination is just the excuse.
And to enjoy these roads to nowhere, Frank Del Monte reminds us a Harley is not required.
Arizona is a wonderland for everybody in every mode of transportation. It just happens to be best for me on a motorcycle.
With photographers John Taylor and Karen Kelly, Al Feinberg, ABC News 15.
And there's a way you can drive a Harley without owning it. Riding high on the hog between 5:30 and 6 on Good Evening Arizona.
Rolling down the road on a hog, and it won't break your bank. Just ahead, a Harley ride pretty much anyone can afford. Now everybody can laugh at me. Did you ever dream about riding down the open road on the back of a monster Harley-Davidson motorcycle? This is our producer having a good bit of fun. The problem, of course, is money. A new Harley can cost a lot of money. Tonight, Steve Beaudenay shows us how you can live that dream, though, by renting a Harley.
Blame it on Peter Fonda and Dennis Hopper. As they rode through Arizona, they made a generation crazy about Harleys and the open road. Now that easy rider generation is older and still looking for a taste of motorcycle magic.
And people take these out for day rides, 2, 3, 4 day rides at a time, sometimes 1 and 2 weeks.
Frank Del Monte helps feed that Harley hunger by renting these and other bikes to Phoenix visitors.
Mostly from back east, 50% anyway, and 50% from Europe. And they come here specifically to rent a motorcycle for 1, 2, 3 weeks at a time and go out and see this glorious state.
The cost of Harley heaven? Well, rates range between $70 per day to $750 a week.
Now, if you decide to rent a motorcycle, how do you know where to ride it? Well, Del Monte just happened to put together a book about the best rides throughout Arizona.
And after riding this state for 20 years, Del Monte knows the joy of motorcycling Arizona's highways.
On a ride, you experience the state. You experience the wind, you experience the heat, you experience the tastes and the smells. In a car, you're isolated from all of that.
Besides that, these two guys would have looked pretty silly driving around in a station wagon.
Does that look fun or what? Well, if you'd like to rent a motorcycle from Western States Motorcycles, you do need a valid motorcycle driver's license and at least 2 years experience riding a bike. So here's the number to call, 943-9030.